taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Right to the air goes Sanders. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game.
Like I said, I don't do all that trash talking. That's my team.
Throwing Sanders.
I ran into that. Didn't push the button. Good shit.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. He'll try and do this himself. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They give him a gain of 38. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. To throw now, here's Sanders. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9.
That was actually pretty good defense, though.
Sanders. Right back to Njoku. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense
that should have been picked. Good defense.
Finding ways to cover him. And
Good
I don't
defense,
think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
2nd and 10. Now Sanders. Checks it down to Judkins. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. To throw is Sanders. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. From the shotgun, Sanders. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Cup 19, Cup 19, 18, Pioneer.
Sanders to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jerry Jeudy from a yard out. And the Browns are on the board first.
Like I said,
afternoon.
I played a poor game that last game.
Right off the bat, they start with a very
You played a better game than me.
methodical 10-play
I don't talk
drive.
trash.
And you
I'm
know
just
me,
play the game.
I tend to look at things from the defensive side. They're coming off the field gassed right away. We're in the 1st drive of the game. So it's not just what happened, but think of the emotion you carry into a game, then double it with getting a 10-play drive put out
Good hit.
and points scored.
That was
They're
good
pretty tired
defense.
right now.
Well, they had that great, long, methodical drive to put in the end zone. Then they tried to bite off a little more and get 8 points. Instead, they're sitting at 6.
But didn't that feel like a decision that they made on Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, you
know,
usually
prior to
say
the game.
that's what they do, right?
Right. That's the best one. The best ones do that. They take the emotion out of it. That felt like that was scripted. Hey, if we score in the opening drive, we're going to go for 2 and try and really gain an advantage.
All right.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's Hurts to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. Hurts fumbles it. And this is picked up by the Browns.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure
Good
you secure
defense,
the
sir.
football, which he did.
Great defense.
That certainly appeared to be a play call
Good
where they were
knockout.
just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up.
And he can't get
Oh,
rid
shit,
of
I
it.
didn't
He's
see him.
taken down. 3rd and 19.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Sanders. Under
He didn't
pressure,
release.
they got him again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
That was 4th and a mile. Almost 4th, and why are you doing this? I mean, they got it done, though. Went up and got it. What a big-time pickup.
I was just going to say that. It's a receiver. You got to have that go-get-it attitude. He had it there.
Mustang 19. Get it.
From the gun, it's Shador. Out quickly to Judy. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. Back to throw now on first down.
Good
That's
hit.
to the right side and complete to Njoku.
He's supposed to come up on that.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku from 21 yards away, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2.
The Browns will line up.
They'll try and throw for it. And
He
they don't
dropped
get it.
it.
They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Eagles nothing.
And as he approaches to kick it off,
A
he
little
might
bit
be
better
thinking
fit.
this could be a
Not really.
14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown.
Good
Not
throw.
a great look on either side of the ball as the defense
Good
gave
throw.
up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the
I
football
didn't
and
put
do
that,
better here on this
set it up.
possession.
It's
All
certainly
right,
been a
so
tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
you're supposed to hit him and knock it
Improv
loose
on the
again.
scramble
Come
there
on,
gets him
man.
6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard
Hurts.
line.
Oh, good throw. Good
He'll
throw.
get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
Hell of a throw.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of
All right.
35.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll
I don't know
bring
what
up
the
a
hell I was
2nd
doing with my
down in
camera.
just a couple. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down. Throwing is Hurts.
Good catch.
It's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Grant Calcaterra with an amazing diving catch. And the Eagles take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Hurts will throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Pick.
And this one is
I didn't see your safety back there. Good defense.
Defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from adding another catch to his big start.
Let's go. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings, 19 Lions, 18 Pioneers. Go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
That was a good piece.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
A loss of 6 yards brings up 3rd and 16.
Panther 11, Panther.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Buffalo 18, street. Let go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
At 3
Thank you,
touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively
Oh, I missed. Good catch. Oh, I pushed that way late. Good
In this
catch.
situation, if they decide to take a shot.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. In trouble, and he's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And the deficit will hold pat at 13. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain.
Like I said, I'm not going to front. You actually can play ball pretty good. You know. That's when I do mine.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter.
That's touchdown.
And a nice
I thought it was going to let him go loose to the back and kick to the front.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the 1st half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
How am I not knocking it at?
The 40-yard line.
It said perfect timing and everything.
As he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Oh.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an
It made me do a
first
goof.
down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Give me that.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the 2nd half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
79 Broncos.
Out of the gun here, Sanders. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Thank you, sir.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive.
No, it ain't over with because I ain't won already because I know that you can come back. I'm not just be cocky.
Got him not just space,
like I say, you can play game.
After the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This will be a gain of
This bitch dropped it. Oh, no, he didn't. I was supposed to be mad.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
what'd you say?
We talk about finding the soft spot defensively.
Yeah.
How do you make sure they
I'll
don't
run it
find a
back with
soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally
But like I said, I'm going to finish it because
that'll pull you out of that spot
I be being a bad sport if when I get to winning and I get to talking crazy, then I won't play.
Because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down.
Gain of 9 yards. And the Browns first down.
Throwing again, it's Sanders. He's gotten a jump.
I'm supposed to spin off of that.
This is 2nd and 8.
Didn't even give me no animation.
Brings up 2nd and 8. At the 7.
Throwing, Sanders. Over the middle, he's got Bond. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And he will
Good knockout. Good knockout. Hell of a
incomplete.
knockout.
The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Judkins is in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2.
The Browns will line up for the 2.
They'll look to throw. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
He picked Dylan off.
25, Eagles 6.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game.
That's a pick,
as
guy.
you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be.
That's a pick.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. And that is taken in by Njoku. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 47 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Go, Reed. Go. Ready.
Now Sanders. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. To throw now. Here's Sanders. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Browns take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Need another pick going in.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Hurts is intercepted. His 3rd of the game. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
At the 14-yard line.
What's up?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Lions.
That's fine.
65 Cats. 6 go.
Sanders. And that would off.
What do you mean after this play?
Behind him, incomplete.
No. Finish the game. I finished it when you were beating me. Finished the game.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing
Like I
it.
said, I
This is an
didn't
offense that's
quit.
had a
I
lot
didn't
of
talk
success in
crazy. I
this
was like,
game, and
okay, I
seems like they're
accepted
just having
my
fun out
loss.
there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
That was my fault. That one was my fault.
And incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say.
I caught that ball.
Someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like
Whatever.
how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Here's Hurts to throw. Now he's going to step up and run.
Give me that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
70 Ranger.
Sanders to throw. And that one drops down incomplete.
All right, Deshaun, I'm trying to let you catch some passes, but your ass want to drop the ball for no reason.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Here's Sanders. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so that you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmaker.
Oh, shit. I thought I got up under it.
Corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll look to throw here on first down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley.
Neither one of y'all can. I batted it.
Unfortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And it's knocked
1, 2, 3,
away
4
and
people there.
incomplete.
I'm using it, and I still can't
And a
kick it,
major
man.
part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Give me that.
And my goodness,
Don't do nothing silly. Don't do
interception.
nothing silly.
Ronnie Hickman with a pick. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The Browns drive about to get started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
20 at the 25-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And
He
that falls
dropped
to the
it.
ground, incomplete. Well, nice job.
And
of
where was
bodying
Judy
him
going?
up defensively. And
This
now it
motherfucker
brings
went
up
all the way to
third
the end
down.
zone.
Third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start
Did
playing
you see
a little
that
more physically.
graphic?
And they took that opportunity right there to be
He went all the way
extremely
back to the
physical
damn end
and
zone.
force that incompletion.
This will be caught. Judy. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's where he was supposed to be the last time.
A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
10 at the 46-yard line.
Okay, ready? Here we go. Set. 60, 79.
To throw is Sanders.
The pick.
And his throw is incomplete.
They're certainly not
swore you
letting
had
up
that
on the
pick.
pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is going
He's
to be
open that
incomplete as he
time.
let him a bit too much.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Ready?
To throw again, here is Sanders. Setting up a screen for Judkins. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here.
Mustang 19. Ready, ready?
They'll go. Here's Sanders.
He didn't
And he's brought
release.
down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a
I'll take
turnover
that
on
sack.
downs.
Can't be mad at
The
that. 20
Browns
seconds
unable
left.
to move the chains on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in
Don't let him
great
score.
field position.
Yeah, you let him walk you down. Wouldn't release.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Yeah, you can't push me out the way to
take
get
away
it.
the touchdown. It's kind of been one of those games for these guys.
I think it's safe to say that that type of a play just added to their misery, right?
Throwing is Hurts. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And interception. Ronnie Hickman with a pick. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
Then didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Throwing to start the drive. Sanders. And it's
Good defense.
Still throwing to the very end.
All right, send me an invite.
Now this game is over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense.